Hello and welcome to the Halo Forge epidemic. This is Oakley HiDef and I'm here to bring y'all a new map. Going all Duquesne on you. Bring you guys a new map. This is Lone Souls in a Lost Mine, and this is made by REMkings, who heads up the BioC group, which is an infection custom lobby, and they do a bunch of games, so make sure to check them out. The map itself takes place around the caves on Forge World, and it's really highly detailed. I love the theme. So as I said before, the name of the map is Lone Souls in a Lost Mine. And the game type is Lone Souls, so you're going to want to play that for several reasons. First off, you start off as the humans with assault rifles, which helps sort of balance out, the different areas, the close quarters. If everyone were to have shotguns, it would be a little cheap. So the assault rifles are key. And then also what you have is, well, I'll pause for this. This is exactly what you don't want to do. So don't step into the furnace. Although the aesthetics are pretty, although they look great, their touch can kill. So don't get too close to it. But back to the gameplay, essentially what you have is humans running around with the assault rifles, and there's weapons scattered around the map. Humans have a little more health than usual. It takes a couple, I think 2 or 3 slashes to kill them as a zombie. And that's the reason for that is twofold. First, this is a pretty close quarters map, so you will get jumped by the zombies often. And as you can see here, the zombies do have camouflage. So you want to be very careful as you're moving around. You never know where the zombies are going to be. If they crouch and invis walk all over the place, then they'll be able to sneak up onto you. And if were it not for the extra health, then you would just be absolutely screwed, destroyed. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind the map, and it also gives the theme for the Lone Souls, which is supposed to be essentially ghosts on the map. So you can see this is the main atrium of the cave where you come down. I think it looks really cool with all the support pillars and all that. And there's weapons scattered here. And as you can see, everyone's already picked them up. So once that happens, you're going to disperse around the map, and you're going to go find your spot to hold out. And there are many of them. Also, weapons around the map. Rocket launcher here, which you're going to use a grenade to dislodge. And then over back there, where the humans were holding out, there will be a turret that someone's already detached. And there you can see it on the floor, but it spawns over behind that box. Grenade launcher is pretty useful for hitting zombies. And there you can see an example of how much damage each zombie does. You will not recover health, so in order to heal back up, what you're going to be doing is picking up some health packs around the map. And one of them spawns on the bench where I just stood, but someone has already taken it, and so I won't be able to heal up there. There's going to be another health pack on the other side of the map. But yeah, so onto the gameplay. When you spawn as a human, you can either take sprint or hologram. So sprint is good, obviously, to just get away from the zombies, but what you'll find is when you're defending, hologram is pretty good just for throwing the humans off. And here's a zombie. You can crouch walk, and you'll scare the fucking daylights out of these people, because you can see they're all shooting in one direction. They don't see me coming. And I remember this scene really well, where I just came in and slaughtered a couple of them, dealt some good damage, split up the humans, and all the while they were screaming. So this map can turn into a real heart pounder as you're running around. Sniper here. Because you have no idea where the zombies are coming from. Oh yeah, and over here, oh god, this is the second dumbass we've had on this map. So what I was thinking during this game is like, how in God's green earth did we get down into this cave? And then I see people like that who just kill themselves. So that made me think about some sort of scenario for the map where, it's like those classic horror movies where a group of guys decides to go down into a cave and they're just going to go exploring for fun. And then the guy who just killed himself there is like probably the leader of them who chose the map, who chose to go down into this cave, and it turned out to be a complete and utter disaster, as with most horror movies. I actually watched The Descent the other day, if you guys have seen that. It's an alright horror movie, but it kind of mirrors this. So what happens in The Descent is it's a bunch of these chicks, so we're off to a good start, a bunch of chicks who are like meeting up for a reunion, and they're going to go, caving just for fun in the backwoods of Virginia, I believe. And so what happens is they decide to go down into the woods. They've had some caving experience before, but the cave they're going into now, they're like, alright, let's fucking do this. It's going to be fun. So they gear up and they go down into the cave. As they're rappelling down, it's a pretty awesome cave, and they have to fit into this small hole to keep moving. So they wedge their way in, and the last girl, who's claustrophobic, starts fidgeting, and as she does so, she like fucking kicks a pebble, and that chain reacts, and the whole cave collapses on her. Yeah, it's okay, it's stupid, but that's usually the plot with most horror movies. Something goes awry that would never do so. So yeah, they get caved in underground. And at that point, they're smart-ass friend decides to reveal to them that, hey guys, doinks, I decided to take us down another cave. So it turned out, instead of going down, you know, the cave they had anticipated, that main girl led them aside. She led them down into a wrong cave that no one had explored before, because she's like, well, that will be so much more fun. And I don't know why the fuck I'm doing some like weird goofy ass accent. I can't even pinpoint where it's coming from. But yeah, so she reveals to them that they went down the wrong cave, and from then on it's just a descent into hell, which is why it's called Descent, and they run into all these cave monsters and stuff. So it's a pretty good horror movie, and it kind of mirrors the gameplay that I had in this map, where you had a bunch of stupid kids running around doing dumb shit, like the guy who got killed in the furnace, or the guy who killed himself with the propane tank. Over here you can see the last man one of the last men trying to hold out here, but obviously he just gets killed by the zombies. And here another guy just meandering his way around, and he won't hold out for very long because the zombies are swarming around and they can hear him moving. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this map, and make sure to check out REMkings and his group. They do a lot of infection games. Hit them up on Xbox, see if you can get into his custom games. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and wait for more. Thanks guys, signing out.